This is Carlos Castano. He's a music producer. He also sings and plays guitar for his band, the Metro Fantastic. This is his bike story. ALLRYD! 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 ALLRYD!
I was 4 years old. My dad got me a bike from Landmark. I remember watching the BMX riders at the park really be awesome. So when I got home, I tried to take it from the driveway up into the other driveway, the neighbor, and I went down in a taxi. Of course, it didn't come from nowhere, I came from nowhere. There was a taxi and I remember going under the taxi. So that was actually the first bike I ever had. I remember it was called Mighty Dinosaur Bike. And then my dad got me a Harrow. I remember just really shredding on that bike as I grew up. In college, I got a second-hand BMX, again, a Harrow. It was a Harrow Downtown. That one I remember, it was orange. I never stopped biking. When I moved back here for work, I got a second-hand Giant to ride to work. And then when I started in advertising, I was able to afford a better bike. I upgraded to a Giant XTC, which became my very first mountain bike. We got deeper into biking during the pandemic because of everything, the circumstances, you know what I mean? It was harder to commute, it was harder to get a ride everywhere, and I guess people just really wanted to get out safely. I've been riding this trail called Heroes. I went there for the first time during pandemic alone, which was the worst decision. I got into an accident and I had to be picked up by Zaris, remember that? Because I couldn't get home because I thrashed my bike. But I love riding trails in Philinvest, but I'm torn because I really like riding the city more than I like riding. I don't like doing long rides, like all of these Strava rides that are prevalent nowadays. I can't, it's so tiring. Like when my friends invite me, and tara, let's go to Laguna Loop. And I'm like, sure, how far is that? It's about 200 kilometers. I'm like, no man, 20 kilometers is far for me. But I like riding the city because when I think it's my BMX roots, when I look around, everything for me looks like a jump. It looks like a lip. It looks like the stairs, looks fun. I have this favorite spot in Enterprise. It's the BPI branch there. The guards hate me there because I always jump off that stairway. My bike is a Harrow Shift S3. It's a 2020 model, it's a 27.5. It is a full suspension XC bike. The things that I changed on it because it didn't feel right to me was of course the stem and the handlebars because I wanted a little bit of a rise. So I have a Renthal Fat Bar Light it's 800 mm and I have a 50mm stem. Actually it's a 60mm stem, also Renthal. And the stem cap is actually for the GoPro camera, for a camera that just faced at me because I'm really good looking. And right down below, it's got a Suntour ride-on fork and a Suntour ride-on rear suspension. The frame is at 140 mm, while the fork is at 120 mm, which I like because I'm a little bit larger. The funny thing about this bike is that it's a small, which shouldn't be for me because I'm 5'8", 5'8 and a half. I should be riding a medium. But the Harrow Shift S3 actually is long as a small. It's a 16-inch, so I went with it. And yeah, I also have a Suntour NCX suspension seat post because I like it. It's good for the knees. It also helps me sit more when I'm on trails because we're not really going downhill a lot except when we hit maybe Patias Maarat. But when we're in Philinvest, La Mesa, it's nicer to sit down and it helps the knees a lot. I think the biggest change that I did, which I really like, is Mark recommended these Nevgal Pros from Kenda. I was on Honey Badgers, which I felt on Cobra. And ever since I changed to Nevgal, Cobra has been a lot easier now because, as you can see, it's a lot thicker. It's 2.35 and it's very knobby compared to the Honey Badger, which is really more for cross country. This is all mountain. I'm on a Diore drive chain except for the crankset, which is also Suntour. From my good friends at All Mountain Style. It's clear. It just keeps it safe. I also have it on my forks. I also have it as a mud guard. It's all mountain style. You can check it at allmountainstyle.com.
Yes, sir. And last but not least, ODI grips. That's about it.
My main bike buddies, I want to start with my nemesis, John Apura. I hate him. He's really one of these people that doesn't know how to respect men as bikers. And it's just, no, I'm just kidding. No, Michael Amina, of course. He's been my drummer for the longest time. We've toured together, and naturally, we're really good friends. He's one of my best friends. He's like a brother to me. But Mike always pushes me to progress safely, which I like, because I have this BMX mindset where I'm like, I can do it, now or never. And you've seen that, what happens when I have that, no, just bomb it, bro. Yeah, I couldn't walk. Rames was there, you were there, Baja was there. John was shocked out of his mind when he saw me crumple into a taco. But Mike has always been about practice makes permanent, not perfect. Carlo Marasigan from Jensen and the Flips. But I like Carlo because he's funny, because he's just game to try everything. I like Pat and Germs. Choi is really into biking. He brought the PC mindset to biking. Echo Del Rio from Bird. Chico Sai, he is just... I get tired, man, when I'm with Echo, because he doesn't get tired. Like, he's just game for everything. Like Chievora, Vic Narciso, Zares. Pinilit talaga niya yung minivelo sa trails. Naara, I built her a bike. She's one of the people that, during the pandemic, I built 7 bikes. She got one of the bikes that I built. Haya from Kerplunk Studios. Go Quest. Bajao, of course. From, I forgot his band. What I like about this whole biking thing is that we found a way to make do while this thing put us on pause. Food's here, I love it. We're gonna wrap this up.
If you dig this shirt, you can order it through the link in the description below. Alright.